Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores and I find used clothing and I sell it online, mostly on eBay, sometimes on Poshmark. And today I am shipping out 6 items, 5 that sold on eBay, 1 on Poshmark, for a gross sales amount of $214.56. Today is Wednesday, December 6th, and this is everything that sold yesterday, overnight, and then early this morning. Most of the things that I sold are vintage. 4.5. One's like kind of a vintage style. Okay, so this is, I don't know what this brand is. Crystal Kobe? I don't know. Kobe? Could be fancy. I don't know. This is a vintage sweater. It is boiled wool cardigan. It does have these really pretty gold buttons, which I do think is, I don't know. I just think it's nice. This is boiled wool, so it feels like really heavy felt. And I have already lint rolled this thing because it's like heavy felt. It just holds on to everything. And so now I'm going to look over it again and make sure. Boiled wool is something that I've heard other YouTubers talk about, and oh, it's so desirable and people are looking for it and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know that that's actually true. One thing that I do share with you is sell-through rate and average sell price. I don't think that that is the end-all be-all of everything, but I do think it's important to know, especially when we're listening to other people on YouTube. And I just think it's important to do your own research and do what's right for you in your business if you're a reseller. And if you're not, and you're just hanging out with me, thank you. Well, thank you if you're a reseller too. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I like sharing my sales. Makes it a little bit more fun to ship with a friend. So I searched vintage boiled wool cardigan on Terapeak, and I just go into my eBay store, and that is at the top. If I'm looking on my computer, it's on the top bar. It'll say research, and you can go under there and look up Terapeak product research. And I just searched vintage boiled wool cardigan, and it had an average sale price of $26.85 with a sell-through rate of 19%. That's what I mean, like 19% isn't bad. When I'm shopping, I'm looking for something that has 25% or higher, although I don't always look things up. I'll be honest. I'm telling you that it's important, but I don't always follow my own advice. Also, I do want to say anything I say is not a you should do. I really am just sharing with you what I do, and I'm just happy to be here with you. I think that people have different circumstances and different store models, business models, different thrifting sources, different. It can't always be one way, and one way is the right way. All right, that's my caveat for the day. The sweater sold for $29.86. I did have a sale going on all my vintage items, and this would have been in it, which makes me think that I way overpriced the sweater. So it sold for $29.86. That's what they paid for the item plus shipping. I paid $1.57. It was an average cost of goods at a thrift store near me-ish 11 months ago. So it took a long time to sell. My profit is $17.01, which I'm very pleased with. Another vintage item, I don't know this brand either. Cobb, that's how I would say it. I don't know. But this is like a very papery tag. It is made in the USA. It's a size 16, which, don't get me started, but apparently 16 is considered plus size. I really like, why are we sizing things like this? It is 2023. Can we please figure out sizing that is not, it's a little more female friendly. That's all, you know, let's be inclusive, everyone. All right. That was just a little side rant for you. I just get so irritated, especially on like Poshmark. Like, why? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna shut up about it. However, if you want to chat about that in the comments, leave me a comment. We can rant together, or maybe you disagree with me. I don't know. That's okay. You can disagree with me. All right, so I looked up vintage. This is a wool blend. It's mostly wool. I thought it was really pretty. Did I show it to you? I didn't really. It's like an A-line midi length skirt with this like really pretty plaid gray. It does have elastic in the waist, which I think is great, and it has pockets. Bonus. Always bonus with the pockets. I'm not super great with keywords, so that's not something that I will, you know, say, oh, I can teach you about keywords, because I can't. I need help with them. But I know I did use academia with this. I bought it 9 months ago at a local thrift store for $1.21, which may have been an average. It seems weird for that store that my price would be like that. So it may have been an average. My profit on that is $12.28. Again, this was caught in my, not caught, it was in my 50% off sale. And so probably I overpriced it. I went off the rails. I searched vintage A-line wool skirts. Average sale price was $20.51, 11% sell-through rate. It's also probably another reason it didn't sell very quickly is the sell-through rate wasn't super high. And mine sold for $22.67. There, I think I gave you all the information now. This one is going Ground Advantage, so it is just going in a poly mailer. This happens to be a Christmas poly mailer that I just bought on Amazon. I wrap everything in tissue paper and put a little thank you sticker. Buy everything on Amazon because I'm cheap like that. I really seriously find the cheapest one. So this is, ooh la la. This is a very sheer, oh my word, super sheer, but it does have this really cute like lace ruffle flutter sleeve here. I called it a robe. I don't know. This is vintage. So this is Undercover Wear is the brand, and it is made in the USA. I have a couple hard and fast rules when I pick up vintage vintage like sleepwear, underwear, not underwear, but like slips and stuff. I do buy them kind of frequently, but I have to get them super cheap, like under $1. Sometimes I'll pay $2 if I'm like desperate to find things, but really under $1. I also have to be willing to keep it for a while because the sell-through rate is not great. However, my experience has been that they sell vintage. They have to be US made. I've never found anything that's silk. Everything I found has been nylon or polyester, and that hasn't seemed to matter. It doesn't sell very high, but they do sell. So if I can find them under $1, and they have to be USA made. So vintage Robe had a $37.67 average sale price. However, there were some really, really high-end stuff in there. The sell-through rate is 9%. Mine sold for $19.89. So again, I had it overpriced probably because it was in the 50% off sale. I've had it for 15 months, this one. So, but here's the thing, like it takes up very little space. So when things take up very little space, I don't mind holding on to them for longer. 15 months is a bit excessive, but I spent 45 cents on it at our Salvation Army rummage sale, and my profit was $12.60. 7 cents, 76 cents. I don't know. One of those. Again, just going in a poly mailer. This is so cute. This is also vintage. This is like this little sweater vest. It's just, he's cute. Very vintagey tag. This is not made in the US. I don't know why I picked it up like that, because usually when things are vintage, they have to be really, really cool or made in the US for me to buy them to resell. So this did have this little pocket and this little patch on it. I don't know. I just thought it was so cute. I do have a thing for kids clothes. Kids clothes, scrubs, the vintage underwear kind of stuff, hats, bras. Those are kind of my exceptions. I have not a rule, but a goal that my profit's going to be $15 or more per item. And those are kind of my exceptions. I have a few. Probably some more that I'm not thinking of, but those are the ones I can think of right now. So vintage vest for toddlers had a 20% sell-through rate and an average sale price of $15.30. This was not in my 50% off sale because I just listed it like less than a week ago. It sold, I think I had it listed for like $12. I mean, I had it listed pretty low because I just didn't see comps that warranted more than that. And this wasn't like a high-end brand. It's acrylic, like, I don't know. I did use Christmas as a keyword because it was green. I don't know if that helped. Hopefully it did. But it sold for $17.79. I bought it for 79 cents at a local thrift store that I get things pretty cheap. And they were having a bag sale that day, so I got them even cheaper. My profit is $10.69. So that's not bad. This is the one item that sold on Poshmark and also is not vintage. But I have a story about these. So these are overalls. I love selling overalls. I will pretty much buy overalls to resell in like almost any brand. Almost. It doesn't matter if they're women's, men's, kids, I don't care. This is the brand Torrid, which is one of my favorite brands to resell in general. So I had these listed. I bought them for like $8. And when I did the comps, I really thought I could probably get $50 for them. So I didn't mind paying $8. So I had them listed for $8. And usually when I take pictures, I do all of the measurements in the pictures and I put them like directly in there. But I don't know what happened, but apparently I forgot or just didn't. I don't know what happened. I didn't have the measurements in this listing for these pants, these overalls. So I got a message a while ago for asking for measurements and I didn't see it. And so then, like, I don't know, it was a while, like more than a week later, the person asked again. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't see the first one, so I definitely need to get on that. And so I couldn't do it right away. And I asked what measurements they wanted because I know what I would normally do, but if they wanted something specific, I was gonna get that for them. So I didn't hear anything back. I went ahead and did the measurements. And then I sent the measurements and I got a tirade back about how unprofessional it was that I would even ask what they wanted, what measurements they wanted. I should know what measurements that they would want. They threatened me at one point, told me they didn't want my overpriced blah, blah, blah. Okay. It was horrible. I was like sick to my stomach about it because I hate that kind of stuff. Like, just be kind. Be kind. There's no reason. I didn't mean to not see the message. Anyway, I try to be really good and provide good customer service, but I'm human and I have a family. Okay, anyway. I deleted, I blocked, or reported, because the person threatened, like literally threatened me. I don't remember what it was, but like it felt very threatening. So I don't know what happened past that, but it did cause me, when she said, oh, you're overpriced, blah, 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 whatever. It did cause me to go back and look at the comps, and I was like, oh, I did overprice these. So I repriced them. That's the point of that really long story. So I had them priced, I think at $40, and sent an offer for, I think I have my like automation bot thing on Poshmark set at 15%, maybe 20. Okay, I don't know. They sold for $34. I bought them for $8. It did tell me that Toward overalls had an average sale price of $22.80, so I was probably even more overpriced than I thought. But they do have a 43% sell-through rate. These are skinnies, which I think, I don't know. I still sell skinny jeans, so I don't really know. Anyway, after fees, my shipping discount on Poshmark, my cost of goods, which was $8, my profit's $17.18. So I still like doubled my money. They sold in 4 months. Could they have sold faster? Yes, they could have. That's ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. I got boxes out for those and for that sweater. Like, have them ready to go. Didn't even use the box. That's okay. Okay. This is another vintage item that's sold on eBay. This is a like puffer coat. It is down filled. It has this Sherpa lining in the collar. Am I positive that it's vintage? No, but I am 98% sure. Anyway, LL Bean, which in my opinion is a good brand for a coat. Just in general, down filling helps. This one does have that, you know, like down kind of like leaks through, and you get all the little feathers on the outside, like the little teeny tiny ones. It does have that. I did disclose that. I did also get a message, I don't know if it's from the same person that bought it, but asking, my pictures were not great. Like my lighting, I just struggle with my lighting. I'm trying, but I do everything in my garage, and right now it's cold, so I can't open up my garage doors, and even when I do, it's like it has to be the exact perfect time of day for the sunlight to be not glaring or not shadowy. Anyway, I'm working on it. I have these lights, but I need another one up here. But I have that one, but anyway. They just asked if it was brown or black because in a couple of the pictures it did look brown just because of the lighting was off. So LL Bean down coats with Sherpa have a $32.96 average sale price and a 50% sell-through rate. So that's pretty good. And mine sold for $47.05. I've had it for 5 months. I bought this at the bins, which is the Goodwill outlet where you dig through literal bins of stuff and then you pay by the pound. So I probably paid about $3 for this. That's what I have as my cost of goods. I want to say local, it's not really local to me, it's about an hour and a half away, but the bins that I go to is $1.79 a pound, which is okay. Oh my word, it's just all these little down pieces. Okay, I'm just gonna have to give up at one point. So this one sold for $47.05. The shipping on this wasn't very high, so that was part of it. I do calculated shipping, so that takes into effect how heavy the item is, how bulky and big the item is, and how far away it is from me. So I live in the Midwest, about as east as you can get in the Midwest, and this is going to Washington State, so that's just about as far away from me as you can possibly get. Oh my goodness. Okay, well. There we are. Did I tell you what it sold for yet? Oh my. Sold for $47. I bought it at the bins. My profit's $22.08. I did tell you because I remember talking about the bins. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's like I take one off and 3 more come out. All right, this is gonna go in a box. I just buy, I don't even buy, they're free-ish. The supplies are free if you use them for shipping only. USPS priority boxes. And you can just order them on the USPS website, which I believe is USPS.com. And they come to your door. It's lovely. And then you do have to pay for shipping. It's not like you can just send them in the box and away they go. It's not free shipping. It's just free supplies-ish. Okay. When the adhesive doesn't seem to want to stay, I usually reinforce it with these little priority stickers. And it seems like some days it doesn't want to stay. Let's do one more. Oh my word. Oh, my stickers are everywhere. Okay. Let's put this label on so I don't forget what I'm doing. And then we'll move on to the last thing. I like selling vintage items because I find them a lot. And I feel like, especially like 90s, like Y2K stuff, like that was when I was in high school and early college. And I know it, you know, I feel like, I'm like, oh my word, I would have worn that. And so it kind of sticks out to me. So it's kind of nice that that's what's in style right now, I guess, because I can pick it out pretty easily. So this, I'm not, oh, don't do that. Okay, I think we're good. I have these little nails right here that I need to bang down, and I am always worried that I'm going to catch something on them. I almost did just there. Okay, so this is Wrangler. I do not think this is vintage, but it is definitely that like style. So this is another coat. This is like a duck canvasy kind of material. It does have Sherpa lining and a corduroy collar. A Sherpa lining or Sherpa collar on the other one. If you have seen any of my other videos in the past like week, 2 weeks, this is what has been selling, is the Sherpa stuff. This is like really faded, has a stain right here. It's not perfect at all. I do always disclose as much as I see. And even if I think it's almost in perfect condition, I never say that. I always say like, it's, you know, I don't see any stains or flaws, but it might have some wear to it. Just because I would rather under promise and over deliver. Is that how I want it to go? Yeah. Okay, I'm done messing with this right now. I'll just tell you. Okay, so the Wrangler Sherpa line coat with a corduroy collar has an average sale price of $47.50 and a 65% sell-through rate. This did sell in 5 months. I bought it at the bins again, probably about $3. That's what I have as my cost of goods. I sold it for $43.30, and after fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, my profit is $24.40. So I'll get this packaged up, the rest of that, and put out on my front porch and my mail carrier comes and picks it up. I just schedule that on, again, the USPS website, and I have like 3 different mail carriers that they kind of rotate through. I don't know how it works, but they're all really nice and kind. And this time of year, especially, I try to remember to get them like little treats and set out with my packages. My goal is to remember to do it like periodically through the year, but sometimes I'm really bad about that. Anyway, my profit today was $116.49. My goal every day is $67. And so that definitely almost doubled my daily profit goal. So I'm very, very pleased about that. December is going fairly well right now, which is great. I want to keep that momentum. If I remember correctly from last year, it did kind of die down a little bit, like right before Christmas. And then picked back up again a little bit after the new year. So, if I'm, going over my daily goal right now, then that kind of gives me space for having a couple slower days near Christmas time. And I'll probably run a sale too to help boost sales when I won't be as active and other people won't be as active online as well. So I feel like sometimes holidays surprise me though. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'll get any sales and then I get a ton. So who knows? Anyway, man, I'm chatty again. This video went way longer than I thought it was going to. If you've hung out with me so far, please comment. Let me know. Let me know that you have made it to the end. I would love to, say a personal thank you and chat with you in the comments. Thanks so much for joining me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.